I went to university, what was it, 2015. It's a while ago, 2015, and I had a Psych 1010 course. And, I came late. I was like, open the door, every seat was taken. I had to sit on the top of the stairs at the top of the lecture hall. If I didn't come late, I would never have met Tanika, I think. And she was there, and I think I was just going. Someone's like, oh, we need one more person to join our group. And that was Tanika that was asking, because she was being a mentor to like all these other people. So there was like, I think in her group, I think there was like maybe 3 or 4 girls, and she had like one more spot. And she's like, hey, and there was like a next guy and me, and the other guy was looking confused, and I was like, hey, I'll go with you, like whatever. And I think that was the biggest thing, that me even like volunteering and be like, hey, I'll go with you. That took a lot out of me. But you know what's so funny? I'm glad I did that, because she was the right person to meet, because she was in criminology. What are the chances that you would meet someone in criminology as a mentor in a psychology 101 course? And I was in criminology too as a first year, and I think she was in her 3rd year, really. So that was just like, to me, I felt like that was some divine intervention, because the person I needed, I was able to find like right there and then. And then from knowing Tanika, she was like a big sister to me. Like we would have meetings, she would mentor me. I would ask her a question about how university was, because I didn't know one in my family could give me that answer. So she was giving me like, okay, take this course, take that course. She was looking over my essays. I never had anyone look. I looked over other people's essays. No one looked over mine. Unless it was like a friend of a friend and other things, but I didn't have those friends in university, and at the same time, when you have your friends in university, it's so hard to ask them, because they're dealing with their own stuff too, right? But she willingly like looked at my essay. She's like, hey, when you finish it, and at the time I was finishing stuff late, so she still looked at it. She's like, she normally doesn't do this, but she did it for me. And from there, I'm still in contact with her, like great relationship. She was a great friend to me, even a better big sister. So she knew me and helped me when I was younger. I would say Abdul Nur, so he goes by Moose. He grew up with me and Jane and Finch, and we went to the same middle school and went to the same high school. So I went to Brookview Middle School, and I also went to Westview Centennial Secondary School, like that long name. But I knew him, right? But when I was going through the criminal justice system at the time, I didn't know he was in community work. I've seen him here and there, but like at the time I was doing my own thing, obviously, in university and my day-to-day life. And then when I needed him the most, he was there. He was working at Jane and Finn Center well before me, and I needed someone to like help me with my community hours, because I didn't know how to like volunteer, ironically, in a community work setting. So that was my stipulation with the criminal justice system, is have the record, do your community service hours. So he was like, yo, you could come do your community service hours with me. And he had this program called Community Healing Project. So he's like, attend there, we'll give you some hours for that. So I attended, and ironically, I worked for a Community Healing Project afterwards too. So that was he opened a door for me. Like he didn't gatekeep, he didn't be like, oh, you know what, this or that. He brought me in with open arms, and ironically, that instance helped me get into community work, because I realized I liked it. That's how I was able to connect with other people that are shy, because I've been in those rooms. So I'm able to get them up and participate in those kind of things. But Abdul Nur, or Moose for his nickname, he helped me so much that I always tell him this, but saying this on video and stuff like that, he definitely changed my life. So Jamal Berger was someone that it was the ED, so executive director and founder of Kickback Foundation. So his story was very similar to mine, that he had a run-in with the justice system, and that was the relatability. Like I didn't know someone, I knew that was possible, but like seeing them in real life and then hearing their story and be like, they created something amazing, was so different. So I was able to, I seen a posting for like a social ambassadors program, really, right? So I applied, and I was just like, a Hail Mary. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, whatever, right? They contact me after, and they're like, you know what, like we want you to be a part of the program. I was like, oh my God, like I could only imagine. Like I did it. It was so competitive too. So I was just glad to see that other people saw me. And they saw me at Kickback. They actually had a very supportive community. But connecting with Jamal and learning his process, even seeing the work that he's put out, like in terms of podcasts, other things, I'm like, oh, I see it now. Like I seen like there's a reason why they paired me up with him, because we thought the same way. And I felt so alone in my story, and I felt so alone in my thought process that I was like, I don't think there's a lot of people that relate to me. So I met Jamal. He mentored me. He was able to hear my ideas out. And when I share my ideas, sometimes I've been rejected based on like people hear my ideas and like, oh, that's too ambitious. Like, calm down, like, right? But with Kickback, I told him my idea, and I thought there was a little part of me that was like, oh, he's gonna say it's not achievable, or it's like something about that. There was like self-doubt with him when I said it to him. He literally looked at me and he's like, you could do this. And I was like, oh wow, like I never had someone tell me that, like someone at his level and stuff like that. So like, you could do it. And that's how kind of like the idea of finding your heart came from, right? Like it was co-developed with the youth and Jane and Finch and everything, because it's not just a name. Finding your heart was like a personal message to myself, right? That creativity, the adaptability, the patience was really big in how I found my heart. So I would say Jamal definitely helped with where I'm at right now. Why do we fall? So we could pick ourselves back up. I love that quote because one, I heard it in a Christopher Nolan movie, and two, it was part of the Batman movie. So that's what Alfred, so this is Bruce Wayne's butler, said to Bruce Wayne when he felt like it was all over. And he's like, what good that can come out of this? And the guy said, because he felt like it was over, like he was done. Like why am I doing this journey, right? And he said, why do we fall? Because we got to learn to pick ourselves back up. So for me, it's about resilience. It's about strength, to knowing that against all odds, you could come out on top. So for me, it doesn't matter how many times I fall, as long as I still got my two legs and I still got the strength in my body, I'm gonna get back up, because I know what it was like to stay down, to stay in that abyss. And I knew what kind of person I was becoming off of that. I was done, like honestly and truly, like I thought I was down and out. But I had people that saw me in that abyss, and they were calling my name, right? All those people that I named earlier, they were the ones that never gave up on me. I could call them right now to this day, and they could give me advice. And I at the time, I felt like a lot of people couldn't give me advice, because I thought that I knew everything. And that was my mistake, was I thought like you couldn't learn. So that's why I always say I'm a student, because it brings me to that point where it doesn't matter if I know everything. It doesn't matter if I'm an expert in something. I can still learn, right? I can still learn from others. And that's what I did. Those people were the ones that helped me. And there's so many more people for sure that like never gave up on me. And that quote, it would make me cry. Like I honestly would get that tattooed if I could. So when I talk about youth violence prevention, the work that I'm doing right now is connecting with justice-involved, gang-associated youth. But that takes a certain type of mentality at the same time, right? I'm not coming in with a savior complex to be like, oh, I'm gonna save you. But how can we work together? How can we work to understand what you need, right? So when you're talking with someone is money motivated basically, or they had some issues with the criminal justice system and they want to change that, you have to understand them first. So I don't go into any practical work with them right away, like, oh, come to this session. I usually have a sit down with them, and it's very informal, casual stuff, because I don't want to feel like I'm interrogating them, right? Because I know how that felt for me. So for them, we'll have a casual conversation. Maybe we'll like play an activity, or maybe sit down, play some chess or whatever. But it has to, or maybe if they're comfortable, just sit down, literally, like very informal, like kind of thing, and just be like, you know what, like, how can I help you? Like, what are some things that kind of led you down this, so I could get a good sight of it, right? Say for example, if they have anxiety and these other things they don't like, I'm not gonna put them in a room with 50 people and be like, oh, you know what, like this is what you need more of, right? But I could slowly get them integrated to be like, hey, you know what, we have a basketball tournament, I'm playing in it, do you want to be on my team? That's it. I put the ball in their court. So when I'm talking with them, I'm not telling them hypotheticals, and the biggest thing is you have to follow through. I'm a very consistent person, and if they're consistent and they want to be up with the program, they would have every opportunity for themselves. I never say something and I don't do it. That's the biggest no-no that you would do in community work, because then you lose them, right? Oh, this person said they were gonna do this and they never did it. That's happened so many times, right? And they've already had that relationship where they feel like the system failed them, and on top of that, they can't get the support that they want or need, right? So for me, it's like you have to be there. If you say you're gonna do it, and that's why I'm very serious about our program, because if we only have 10 spots, I want them to be serious, because if they say they're serious and they don't show up, that takes a spot away from someone, right? So I tell them, I'm like, hey, like, you don't want this to happen to you, so don't do this to other people, right? And I do fun things, so it's really hard for them to say no, because if I can't see myself doing it, I don't do it. That's just my golden rule. Like, everyone else is different. My golden rule for, like, when I run programs or I'm leading or organizing something, if I personally don't want to sit and do it, I don't expect anyone else to do it. So that's the trust between them. The youth that I work with is that they know that if I'm there, I believe in it to a degree.